What is going on YouTube? And welcome back to JoJo Speaks. We here, y'all. Thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. A couple things I want you guys to do for us before we get started. Be sure to click that subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. It takes less than a second to just click that thing, and you are connected to me. Also, be sure to click the thumbs up button for us. Leave us a comment on your thoughts concerning the topics that we're discussing this evening, and also be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your friends, all your loved ones. Let them all know JoJo Speaks is out here in these streets. I got Jennifer here with me tonight. What's going on, boo? What's going on, boo?
Hey, I'm here. Do you see me?
Now I see you. Something tells me you did that on purpose.
A little bit. And that's
Right.
okay.
I know how you operate. But anyways, that is okay. What's going on, y'all? We're hoping that you're enjoying this lovely last Thursday of the month of April. We're about to be in May, y'all. I cannot believe it. This year is rolling right on past us all, y'all. So we want to get the sad news out of the way. There were quite a few passings away that went on. One of the excuse me,
Mhm.
judges from Dancing with the Stars, Len Goodman. He was the older guy that was on the panel, not the Bruno guy and not the Carrie Ann or whatever
Mhm.
the lady's name was, but the older man who sat in the middle. Again, Len Goodman. He died at the age of 78. Also, Jerry Springer passed away. I believe he passed away either yesterday or today. He passed away. Also, Harry Belafonte passed away as well. Legendary man in the African American community, and also someone who I know of that you guys may not know of. Barry Humphries. He is the man behind Dame Edna. Dame Edna was a character who was a comedian, had purple hair, glasses. So he did his comedy in drag, and so he passed away this past week as well. So we want to give our condolences out to all of those families and friends of those who have passed away. Jennifer, want to give your condolences and maybe get into these comments for us?
Condolences, condolences, condolences. I especially with Harry Belafonte, basically all the people that have gone to glory, they really have made an impact in the world, especially with Harry Belafonte. He was basically he broke the system a little bit for African Americans out there singing and acting and things of that nature. So God
Mhm.
bless him, and also Jerry Springer. He's certainly an icon of our generation. He
Girl, I
built.
remember those days when we didn't have to go to school and I'll be sitting right up in mama's room watching Jerry Springer at
That's what
10
you gotta
a.m.
do. That's what you gotta do.
That's what you got to
Lord
do.
knows we shouldn't have been watching the bulk of that mess,
No.
but it certainly taught me what I don't want to be. And
Right.
that is on Jerry Springer with whipped cream and degrading myself. So
Okay. And asking for
um
Jerry B's, showing your tatas. Okay.
okay, that's not the life that
No.
we wanted. Lord knows. You know what, Jonathan? I remember forever ago we talked about trying to be at Maury. We wanted to do Maury. They stopped
Yes.
that show before we can get there, Jonathan.
I know. It's so sad. That was
Before we
our
could get to
goal.
Connecticut.
Right. That was our goal, to be in that audience, to indulge in the tomfoolery that was going
I
on the
really
Maury
wanted
show.
to, but the way things are going in life right now, for all we know, we may find another show that has plenty of foolery to go be a part of. So
Right.
God bless. But anywho, once again, condolences to all that have passed on. Did you also hear about? Let me put Erin down. I don't want her to be a part of this. Have you also heard about the lady that told on Emmett Till or lied on to Emmett Till has gone?
Yes. She passed
Um,
away as well.
yeah. You know, I think simply because I'm in the African American algorithms, I'm
Hmm.
not seeing any remorse or condolences for her in her life. Um, but I think she lived her own kind of personal hell.
I'm sure
being
she
the reason
did.
for that, and then she, when it came out that she was still alive, people were just like, "What? She's still alive?
Right.
Oh."
Her family actually wanted her to still be indicted for what she did, but a grand jury decided not to, probably considering her older age, because I think
Mhm.
they do this last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and she
Um,
she was, like, 87. I think she passed at 88.
okay.
So, yeah, I'm not rejoicing in her death, but, I can't imagine the way that she lived knowing that she was a part of that kind of history and on that side of history as well. I
Right.
can't imagine. And then for her family to be like, "Oh, you need to be, you need to go answer for your, actions." Like, for her
Right.
the family to say that too? Yeah.
Child.
Child. Okay, now I'm gonna go to these comments for real. I ain't playing. Aaron,
Hey,
hello per
Aaron.
usual. God bless you. I sent you a message. I sent you a message on Instagram. I don't know if you saw it, but yeah, congratulations for being here. We love you. Um, Tammy is here. She says, "Hey,
Hey,
JoJo,"
Tammy.
and of course, the greetings go on. We have Regina in the space.
Hey, Regina.
Just a radio and talk show. Um, let's see what else. Okay, everybody saying hey to everybody. Okay, and Tammy says no, it was because they didn't think there was enough evidence to file the charges on her.
Okay. Gotcha. That
Gotcha.
makes sense.
Now
That
that
makes
does
sense.
make sense. Yeah, but she was the one. Wait, hold on. Didn't she say it or did she deny it? Or maybe they're trying to say that her saying whatever she said wasn't enough to prove that her comments were the reason why he got killed.
Right. They probably weren't able to link the two together. That's probably they probably said it's not a cause and effect type of theory with that
Mhm.
situation. So, you
Yeah, but
know,
you gotta be able to prove that kind of stuff be beyond a shadow
beyond
of
a
a
reasonable doubt. Right.
doubt. Yeah,
But
and
but
there was
just
a little bit of doubt that could have been inserted there.
right, but just as you said, we do not know the personal hell that this woman went through, knowing that her actions led to a young man, a young black man's death. So we really don't know how she was feeling. We all know that with age comes perspective, and when
Mhm.
your perspective is enlightened, then you come to terms with those things that you've done, and you deal with them. And we don't know how she dealt with them. Hopefully, she made peace with that, with her and God, and
Mhm, and maybe for all we know, she might have learned from that, especially from
exactly
with having family that says you need to answer for those things.
right.
So, maybe she didn't teach her children to be like she used to be because she saw the, consequences of her actions.
Right, and the fact that it seems like she's been sheltered away in a way, I would think that she has a lot of shame behind what it is, whatever it is that she accused this young man of doing to her, because I've never heard a statement from her or anything of that nature. So, it
Yeah.
comes with the territory.
Tammy says, they tried to get a 1955 warrant served that was never served, but the courts would not serve the warrant, which is
Mm,
very much so unfortunate, but that just tells you the time that they were in.
right.
And, Tammy says she didn't. She denied and recanted. Why?
Okay, wow, that doesn't surprise me.
Hmm, hmm.
That does not surprise
Thank
me
you,
at
Tammy, for the
all.
insight. God bless you and your smartness.
All right, and so in more uplifting news, I don't know if you guys have heard, but Jamie Foxx had been in the hospital for a little while. I'm not exactly sure exactly what his issue was.
Stroke,
Um, I'm sorry.
a stroke.
Oh, he had a stroke. Wow. Okay. And
Serious.
yeah, that very serious. And so, according to those close to him, he is awake and alert. I believe he's in an Atlanta hospital, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. And also in other uplifting news, Simone Biles has gotten married to her husband, Jonathan Owens. So congratulations to Simone Biles and that young love
And
they
slow
got.
down on that one. First of all, let me say that whole thing with, Jamie Foxx, with hearing that, it kinda put in perspective all of the respect that I have for him and how much I really do love him for all that he's He does, and I love how talented he is and how good he is to people, and
Right.
such an amazing storyteller. I can't imagine. So I pray that he gets, ooh, Jesus, thank you, a kind of healing that he needs, a kind of healing that people will walk around him and say that it is a miracle that he is walking, talking, doing all the things that he's doing. Yes, I
Right.
know these things may come with time, but I pray that it does happen for him. I really see him as a good man. When
Absolutely.
when somebody asked him if he was a vegan, you know what his answer was?
What?
He says, "No, I'm a Baptist." And he's literally named every single Bible book name, all 60, 65, 66 of them. He named every single one of them right after he said, "No, I'm a Baptist." So I do really feel in my shando that he loves God. I pray for him. I pray for him. Whether he loves God or not, I'd still pray for him. He's a good, good man.
Right.
And also moving forward to Simone Biles, um, did you know that people were hating on her because of her edges at her wedding? Let me tell you something. There are more things to fight about, there are more things to be concerned about, but
Right.
being that this woman on her wedding day looked the way she wanted to look on her wedding day, you should
Exactly.
sit down and wish but see, I believe the people that's hating the way that they're hating, wish they had a wedding day.
Right. Wish they had a man to marry. Okay. And, it's so interesting that we as African Americans are so quick to bring down those who are in the public eye. Remember when Gabby Douglas was in London during the Olympics, people were tearing her apart concerning her hair. And it was disgusting. And there was nothing wrong with her hair. Yes, it was slicked back. Yes, it was not freshly relaxed, but it still looked decent.
But
It
just
still looked
because
presentable.
it doesn't meet your personal standards does
Exactly.
not mean that you need to stand up and say that is wrong. We
Right.
all are different people, and let's be all the way real. We don't know what she was going through in her life at that moment.
We
She
don't.
might have not had nobody to slick her back like she needed to because she was out
Okay.
there in London. She didn't have the money to get somebody to come do her hair right. So and then, she's a gymnast. She's over here making sure her
Exactly.
body is good, her routines are good, and all that stuff. She really don't have all that time to try to make sure that her baby hairs are off for leak. That's
Okay.
that's not what we're trying to do here.
But at the end of the day, she was standing on that podium with a gold medal around her neck. Okay.
Okay?
Can you say that?
You
Where's your
you
gold
sure
medal?
can't.
I'll wait.
No, and never even left the country, much less your state, okay?
Okay.
Let's be real.
I ain't even been
Why
on the
why we
plane or
reading
nothing.
people? Why we reading people, Jonathan?
Child, that's how it be.
I don't know.
We got us all riled up.
We are because people need to stay in their own lane. Let's keep that all the way funky. If you feel like she needed some assistance, don't just send her. No, people wouldn't even send her gel and the little toothbrush, little thing to get things going or
Yes.
whatever. No, they wouldn't even do that. You need to get your butt up and fly over there to London and say, "Girl, I got the remedy. If you can sit down for a little bit, Imma handle you right quick."
Right.
That's what you need to be doing.
Okay.
If you want to say something like that, you need to get on the plane and go help her.
Okay. Volunteer to help a sister out.
If
Okay.
that's what you need to do. But she was out here trying to win medals. She you ain't got no time to try to make sure your hair is on 10,000. The only reason
Okay.
why it's easier for other textured hairs because it is easier for other textured hairs.
Period.
That's just it. Okay, anyway. Oh Lord gosh, I'm a little riled.
Just a little bit.
Moving forward, Tammy says, you got to keep up with the history, people. Knowledge is power.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. And she also says, has it actually been confirmed that it was a stroke or a medical complication? Now, every time I saw a post about it, they were saying stroke. That's
Okay.
that's what they were saying.
Because the shade
Um,
room never confirmed exactly what it was.
I think it might have been from the neighborhood, whatever.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But with those medical complications, it did have him in a. They had him in a coma for a while.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know if it was a medically induced coma
It
or
might have been.
let me do this right here because I don't want to be late on this situation because we over here talking a whole lot right now.
Okay, like we know something.
Like you know, okay,
Okay, like we speaking facts, honey.
okay, okay. So okay, I don't see the stroke word. I think they had to remove that because when it first came out,
Hmm.
all I was seeing was stroke.
Okay.
Um, allegedly, but it now I'm seeing that Jamie Foxx reportedly had to be revived by a medical staff
Mm.
during an abrupt health scare.
Okay.
They're saying he's very lucky to be alive.
Gotcha.
So either way, thank you, Tammy, for helping us to
Thank you for
clear that
clarifying
up.
that, Tammy.
We enjoy the specifics. Go on ahead, Jonathan. Let's talk some more.
All right. So piggybacking off of a topic that we spoke on last week with Bambi, with the Bambi, Scrappy, Erica Dixon, and Mama D, of course. Bambi has actually come out and apologized, saying that sometimes she does things out of anger and she regrets doing exactly what she did to E-Money and disrespecting her and things of that nature. Do you think that this apology will stick? Because us as African Americans, especially when you're in the reality TV show game, apologies really don't fly in those spaces. Where do you think this is going to go from here?
The only thing I can do is think about it from my point of view or how I would react, right, Jonathan?
Hmm.
And for somebody to not only secretly record their husband, but also use those words to come against a kiddo that you're in relation with, that you're going to have to see. I don't
Right,
understand the kind of upset that you have to be to try to do that. This feels incredibly premeditated. Why did you even have the recording in the first place?
right.
That's problem number 1.
That's a number one.
Problem number 2, what was the point of putting that out? So, the apology, when I read it, it was absolutely not enough.
Mm.
It was absolutely not enough. It wasn't enough. So no, no.
It looked pretty. It had a pink, a purple pinkish background, white
The
letters.
the words did not hit like they needed to hit. She needed to be groveling. She needed to be down there on the floor and saying that she had a whole medical health behavior health episode for her to for her to be doing some low down stuff like that. That
Okay.
is her father
Right.
talking about her mother. And what makes it even worse, the reason why she spoke up, she said she was telling people on as Imani was telling people while she was on live, they were asking about Bambi while Imani was on her live. She said, "Don't ask me no questions about that lady."
Right.
She didn't call her a B word.
Right.
She
Yeah.
didn't call her a horrible woman. She didn't give any testimony as how bad she is. No, she said, "Don't ask me any questions about that lady." And deservedly so. It's not like she's in their house.
Right.
It's not like they're not close, and that's okay. But Bambi apparently in her feelings automatically took that as disrespect, and she made herself look stupid, in my opinion. What you think,
Absolutely.
Jonathan?
Absolutely. This doesn't surprise me that she apologized, but I feel like she apologized because she knows that it was definitely warranted. She knows that she was in the wrong. Whether she agrees with those people who know she's in the wrong or not, that's a whole nother question in and of itself. But I think she did it because she knew it needed to be done. I don't see as riled up as Erica Dixon doesn't seem like the type to let things go at
Mm-mm,
all
she
in
don't.
any way, shape, or form. And so I wouldn't expect her or Bambi to be cordial in any circumstances. I know if they see each other, it's on site, straight up. Where as soon as they lock eyes, is on site.
It's an immediate
So
situation.
right. And so, and Erica Dixon, like Erica was always one of my favorite people on Love
Agreed.
and Hip Hop Atlanta because she carried herself in such a better way than those other people on the show. Not to say that she didn't get in anyone's face because she definitely did. However,
Absolutely.
in an overall scenario, she really conducted herself in a much more mature fashion as compared to her fellow castmates. So I always loved Erica Dixon, except that big old brown necklace that she wore. I think it was the second or third season during her confessionals. I hated that thing. But other than that, she was just fine.
Yeah, she was a friend. She was the friend that we all feel we needed, especially when she was going with Rashida to pull up on her husband,
Right.
lady friend, and also when she saw that tape of
I'm disgusted.
of Mimi having relations. She said, I can't talk to her because I'm her feelings. That's a
Okay.
person. That's a real person. That's a real friend.
Exactly.
So, if they were friends, but that's what a real person, real friend would do. So yeah, the way that she responded, now those are videos that I actually listened to.
Mm.
Um, no shade to the children, but I don't have a whole lot of bandwidth to listen to Imani. But I listened to her
Eh,
mother,
okay.
and I even listened to Mama D. This is the most lucid, the most felt like down to earth, real life Mama D talk than
Mm.
that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Ever, ever. This is the most I ever heard Mama D sound like the grandmother that she is. Like seriously, cause cause apparently she been holding back a whole lot, but they talked about
Right.
how Bambi is not exactly allegedly the best mother because when she has her children, it always has to be her, a nanny.
Right. And we know Mama D don't like the BAM. We know that.
Yeah, but I'm starting to see some some actions that make me kind of say, well, I wouldn't like that either from my daughter-in-law.
Right.
So and then for the whole thing that Bambi was doing was trying to discredit Erica as a mother.
Hmm.
And it's like no one has ever said anything like that ever, even her own baby father.
Right.
Not and then you remember all those years on Love and Hip Hop, Jonathan, when um Mama D and Erica were on the same show.
Hmm.
The one thing that was never spoken was Erica is a bad mother.
Right. Yeah.
And they went back and forth plenty of times and they never said anything like that.
Yeah. Because Mama D knows what's truth.
Absolutely. And child Bambi, she ain't looking good. She ain't
Yeah,
looking good right now.
Erica operates in the truth, unlike someone like Jocelyn Hernandez who operates in fantasy. We got to operate in truth, y'all. That's the lesson of the day.
Jonathan, okay, hold on. I'm gonna ask you something real quick.
Okay.
But Latoya says, hey.
Hey, Latoya, what's going on, boo?
Absolutely. Let me ask you this, Jonathan. Did you see this lineup? I know it's not a show that you watch. I don't even watch it, but they're doing the Celebrity College Hills on BET Plus. And did you see the cast for the new season?
I did not. I know that the other College Hill is on BET Plus right now. The last season that they did with Nene and Big Frida and
Ray
Slim
J
Thug,
and all
all those people. Yeah. So who's going to be on this cast? Is it more is it more promising this time
You,
around?
you know what? Let me get up the information so that I can give you the new College Hill cast. But some of it is a little disappointing. I've already seen the um I've already seen what's the thing? The preview for it.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah, much like the RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 8 cast, when it came out, like I was not impressed. Like, although there are queens on there that I'm excited to see,
mhm,
overall, it's a weak cast for an all-star season, in my opinion.
mm. Latoya Chambers says it was when it was wait. It's what it was. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. It was when she said Bambi looked like she don't take baths for me.
Oh, well that will get somebody upset now. That will grind somebody's gears.
So, this is the reason why I'm asking you. I'm going to give you the list. It's Ray J again,
Okay.
Amber Rose,
Wait, hold on. Who was that? What was that second name?
Amber Rose,
Okay.
Tiffany New York Pollard,
Oh,
Parker McKenna Posey,
I don't
Iman
know who that is.
Shumpert,
I don't know who that is either.
Quaylon, Blame It on Quay. He gonna be there. He's a cutie, sweetheart. And Orion, basically Omarion's brother. Orion's gonna be on
Oh,
there.
okay.
And Jocelyn Hernandez. Ay, ay, ay.
You know there's going to be a big blow up between New York and Jocelyn, right? Like you know that has to that like it has to be in their contract that they have to go at it.
Believe it or not, it kind of looks like, unfortunately, it's going to be Amber Rose that she goes at.
Oh, that who goes
Um,
at Jocelyn?
Jocelyn goes at Amber. I feel it looked like she just wanted to fight everybody. To be honest with you,
Okay.
um, she may have forgotten that she's not on Zeus anymore.
Right.
Um, yeah, because in my opinion, they promote those things rather than try to stay away from them. Um,
Exactly.
but what was so sad that she said out loud, basically, because Amber, it looked like she was really being transparent, talking
Mm-hmm.
about being a biracial woman,
Okay.
and how she felt like she was never liked, and she was like, white passing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Jocelyn said something to the effect of, "You don't want to be black, or you just white," or something like that.
Oh
Something
wow.
real ignorant to make her
Just
unhappy.
dismissing her.
Yeah, all you saw was Amber Rose get up and start walking, and the camera didn't go to where she went to.
Oh, okay.
And recently, Jocelyn said all that just to get beat up. So there's a chance that it looks like hands were thrown. God bless them.
Oh Lord. I,
Yeah,
to me, it just seems like they got New York on there for ratings, and that's clearly it.
I love New York.
Same thing for, well, of course, I love New York. New York is the queen of reality TV, period, point
Hilarious.
blank. Always has been and always will be. She will always hold that title. Can't nobody snatch it from her. Nobody, not even Nene.
Not even Nene.
New York was
And
the originator, okay?
but you know what I love about New York? She has sense and decorum about herself. She will let you know how
Yes.
she feels, but it's not like she's out here trying to beat everybody down. It's just
Right. And that's why I love her interviews because with her interviews, you get the real Tiffany and not the woman who's acting a fool on TV. In her interviews, you get who she really is at her core. And of course, she admits that. Of course, she amps it up for the TV. Hello, that's what reality TV is for. If she did
okay.
not do that, she would not be on said reality TV show.
Child.
So, anyways, we got to get to some fire ants here. Before, well, actually, go ahead and get to those comments real quick.
Latoya Chambers asked, "Have y'all seen the new cast of Couples Retreat?"
No, I have
And
not.
I went ahead and found it. I know that Shamari and Odu from Belle Biv DeVoe is on
Okay, DeVoe. I think it's
there. Yeah,
DeVoe.
Ronnie. Yeah,
Ronnie DeVoe.
Breezy. Do you remember Breezy from
Name sounds familiar.
what's that show with King Jesus? Um Empire. She rapped on there, Breezy
Okay, okay.
from Empire. Fallon and Jalen Fallon, what's you know what I'm saying? She got her
From
husband stole
Cherish?
by no. She got
Okay.
her husband stole by oh, allegedly. Huh. Allegedly stole by Portia.
Okay.
Yeah, and Apollo Nida and his
Ooh.
lady. I'm not sure if they got married,
I might
but
watch it
there's
just for him, child.
oh, okay. Well then. Okay, and okay, Chris Moore. So it's a nice little lesbian couple. God bless them.
Oh,
Somebody named Fatboy SSE and Tiana Kimbrough. God bless them. Young Jock and Kendra are going to be there on there as well.
they're still together?
Believe it or not,
Oh my good. So that's the woman he married. He married K. Is that the
Kendra.
same KD that was on Love and Hip Hop?
Wait, I don't think she was the same one. The same one that beat up Charlotte
Uh,
Red Charlie,
Carly Red.
Charlotte
Yeah.
Red. I
I
don't
don't
think
think
that's the
that's
same
her,
one
is
that
it?
beat her up because her face was a little bit different. I'm not gonna be mean.
Okay.
Anyway, Latoya says Ray J gonna stretch his college thing out, honey, and that's exactly true.
Okay.
Make that money, sir. Shoot, that producer stuff and the in front of the camera stuff. Erin says hello to Latoya, and of course she says hey boo, and Latoya says I thought Tammy was the queen. Tammy is a queen,
Yes, she is. She is a
um,
queen.
a queen, but we just know Tammy was certainly an innovator and did things in her own way for sure, right?
Right.
Because she was actually throwing bows. Our friend New York, she didn't have to touch nobody until they touched her.
Right. And technically Tammy did come on reality TV before New
Oh yeah,
York.
way
She
before her.
was she was on the Real World back in
Yeah,
92 or 91 or something like that. So, yes, we do give her props, but New
New York
York
took it
put
to another
reality
level.
TV on
Yeah,
the map.
because
Like,
who would have watched Flavor of Love if it was not for the likes of her? Let's keep that
I
thumbs.
know I wouldn't have.
Let's say that because I wanted to hate her, but she was hilarious. She
Exactly.
was like hilarious and annoying at the same time.
I was going to say she's one of those people who you love to hate, but I don't hate her. I love New York.
Yeah.
I love New York. She is everything.
She is, and when you look at the whole system, she's just smart. We can't help that. Um, oh, Breezy, she's on All American now.
Okay. I think I need to get into that show because that's been
Yeah,
on for
she
quite a
loves
few
All
seasons.
American. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Netflix picked it. Didn't Netflix pick it up?
I believe so. I
I
know it's
think
on
so.
Netflix.
Oh, for sure. Okay, go ahead with your firing, sir.
All right, so there are two huge firings that went on early this week. Tucker Carlson from the famed Fox News was fired. He actually said his goodbyes on Friday and said he would be back on Monday. And surprise, surprise, he was not back. He was replaced by some random anchor who's doing these things until they can find someone to permanently replace his time slot. Also, Don Lemon was fired from CNN after 17 years of working with them. Now, he said in his Instagram or Twitter post
Hmm.
that he found out through his agent that he was fired. However, CNN came out and said that they offered him a meeting with management. However, Don allegedly refused. So I don't know if he saw it coming or what the case might have been, but they out the door. They got the
Yeah.
hi-ya, the roundhouse kick up out the door, child. So what I have to say, I'm really not surprised about Don Lemon being fired. I've always heard that he's quite problematic. He says quite a few things that are unpopular, and that's not really what CNN really stands for. They're not here for the drama. They're not here for the clicks and the likes. They're here to give us the news. And
So I believe this is cable, CNN, and Fox News. This is cable news. They're absolutely there for the clicks and the likes and all that stuff. To be honest, I believe they were fired because they were liabilities, both of them,
that's true. That's very true.
and getting lawsuits or they're having to pay out big dividends and things of that nature.
Hmm.
It's like okay, well, from what I heard on or saw on TikTok, it seems like what's his name? CNN, they're under new management and everything. So it's
I
like,
heard that.
yeah, it's not surprising. And also for Tucker Carlson, he's just one of those people who's a liability at this point. And
Right. And
yeah,
I think it had something to do with that lawsuit as well.
yeah, especially with oh gosh, because they'd have to answer questions that they don't feel like answering if for that. So yeah,
Exactly.
God bless. May they not hurt in there. But one thing I would like though, if he would just like Don Lemon, of course, if he would just do his own New Year's thing, drunk in Louisiana, in New Orleans,
It
I
would be
think
everything.
it would be really nice if you just like do that. Um,
Just let
Robin
his hair
Morris
down.
says
Hey,
Don
Robin.
didn't. Robin. Robin said Don didn't want the meeting with management. He wanted an on-air send-off. Did they give it to him?
I don't believe they did. I didn't see
Not
one.
nice. I think if they didn't give him one, because you know what, that on-air send-off would have been all over the internet. So yeah,
Exactly. We would have known
um,
about it.
I think they wouldn't have let him do that simply because of what they were afraid that he would say.
Exactly. Ain't no telling what would have come out his mouth on his own
Especially the
send
way that
off.
it happened, so but
Right.
I feel like Don will be more than okay. I believe,
Agreed.
because being there for 17 years, it's a cushy job, it's time to move on.
I was about to say, hell, Roland Martin might hire him.
But I don't know, some of his opinions a little weird to me. Anyway,
Agreed. Agreed.
thank you for understanding and knowing. The Jew says, "All right, first wife here. What's going on with this mess with Don Lemon?" And she uses a lemon emoji. Robin says if Jeff Zucker was still there, so would Don Lemon. And I do agree. I
Probably.
do
Yeah.
agree. That's certainly the case. Latoya says, who a oh, there we go. A who's the master? Show enough kick.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Juice. We see you, sis. Robin says, Carlson wasn't fired because of his lies and propaganda. It was the lawsuit by the producer that spilled a lot of tea.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it would look crazy for them to hold on to Tucker at that moment. Thank you so much, Robin. This is why we need you, fact
Okay.
checkers. Excuse me. Anyway, Robin says, I think New Year's in Baton Rouge, not NOLA. Okay.
Mm,
Well, sure, that was close. I said Louisiana, right? Child, I don't know. Um,
it be what it be.
Aaron said, no on air send off for Don. Yeah, that's
Nope.
what I was saying. There's no way. Robin says, no, he didn't get to go on air. Neither did Carlson.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people like to. Well, I don't blame them, but people want to kick and scream out the door.
Exactly. When you
Um,
know you're going, and you give them a chance, they're going to take that chance. And that's why
okay,
you don't
and
see
run.
often. You don't see send-offs often unless they're retiring.
Yes, a beloved retirement that they
Right.
chose to do and all that stuff. But Robin says Roland will not hire Don Lemon, and we believe it, sis. Um, Robin says, "Have you watched that network?" Yeah, they're a little
Yes,
bit.
yes, I
They keep it
have.
a little bit too real, a little bit too African American for your boy Don. You're right, Robin. Um, Aaron said Don should try to step back for a minute, then go to News Nation.
Mm.
It's a
Yeah,
thought.
that would be interesting.
Robin also said, because I don't, to be honest, I don't know where else he would have that kind of freedom. He might
Me
want to try to
either.
build his own situation like
His
Roland
own type
decided
of
to do.
network.
Yeah. Robin says Roland Martin said that because he has his own media company. No one can fire him but God. And that
Right.
and that's, to be honest, if you want to get your truth out, you have to
Do it on your own.
do it on your own and create your own way of making money, because so you won't have to bow down to anybody.
Right.
Latoya says, when you get that glow, wait, when you got that glow, a feeling in your heart you can't control.
I love that.
Mm, 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 mm. No, No, too black. African American is too mild to describe the Black Star Network. Thanks,
Okay.
Melvin. It's too black. You're right.
Yes, it is too black.
Okay, we got all of those.
All right. And so Joe Biden has announced his run for re-election. Now the race seems to be pretty hectic at this point, but well, we really don't even know all of the Republicans who are going to be running. We know for sure that Donald Trump will be running. We have a feeling that that Ron DeSantis will be running as well. There are a couple. There's some people. Nikki Haley, she's in the running. There, I believe I saw two Democrats who want to run as well. What do you think are Joe's chances of getting back into office, getting reelected? Do you think he's going to find trouble getting back into office? And do you think it was smart for him to go for another term, considering his age?
Jonathan, I don't know what to think.
Mm.
I'm in a space like whatever will be will be. When it's time for me to vote, just let me know, you know,
Who's
just
in the
let me see
running, and I'll pick.
who's running and I'll pick somebody.
Right.
That's how I feel right now. I love how people do their best, especially in the news. People try to say what's going to happen,
Hmm.
but let's be real. It's not that long time off the election, but it's gonna be a long time. It's a year plus before we make it to November. So I'm just going to, whenever it's time to vote, I'll be there.
Right. Exactly. I feel like I honestly felt like Joe should step aside, to be honest. I haven't been hearing much about his presidency thus far. Granted, I really don't watch the news that much, so that's the fault of my own. However, his age really worries me. And
Mm,
although he does seem healthy, you never know what could happen to anyone who's of that age. And I just feel like I'm glad you got in office. I'm glad you got your term. But I would love to see a young person in the White House. I would love to see
mm.
someone
Well, it's
like
never
an
gonna
Obama.
be young.
Right, they're never going to be young, but maybe in their 50s or maybe in their
Oh,
late
okay, a little bit
40s,
closer to
as Barack Obama
I
was. I
think they
believe
have to
Barack
be
Obama was
45.
right. I think so
Okay.
too.
Which
Yeah.
is a very smart thing. You have to be like of age and have some experience about yourself. Um, what was I gonna say? Now, I can say out loud, I am a little bit more curious as to how this thing with Trump, DeSantis, Nikki Haley, and all the other people that's Republican that wants to run for Republican.
Mm,
I keep on seeing these Republicans that don't want to be a part of the Trump agenda.
right.
I'm wondering what kind of separation is going on and who would actually end up being the Republican nominee. Now, I'm a little
Exactly.
bit more interested in seeing how that's going to happen as
Well,
well.
I'll be interested to seeing if these indictments will hinder Trump from campaigning and hinder Trump from actually running for president, because I really don't know what the
Mhm.
rules are as far as convicted felons are concerned. I don't believe that they can run for president, but I'm not necessarily sure if that's the truth or not because I
Well,
haven't
from what I
heard.
heard, I guess depending on the charge, you can actually run for president inside the prison. So
Okay, okay, all right.
people just
Well,
got to vote, I reckon.
good luck to all the candidates and whatnots.
And God bless him. Latoya says, "Y'all don't remember that song, girl? What song is that?
It sounds familiar. It really
And
does,
you
but I
got
don't.
that glow, a feeling in your heart you can't control." I'm not gonna sit here and think about that. Usually, I get songs like that, but that's you have to tell me exactly the name of the song and the person that sang
And the
it.
artist.
Yes, please, because
Yes,
I'm
we need
confused.
full coverage on that thing.
Um, Regina says, "Latoya, where's my nephew, Justin?" And, Latoya, she says, "Jojo looked confused." Come on, movie connoisseur.
I'm not well, I wish I was a movie connoisseur, but I'm not necessarily a movie connoisseur. I do love movies though.
For sure. Regina says Joe Biden will run successfully. I'm only concerned that they have failed miserably in sharing their legislative and policy victories.
That's true.
I hope they're not saving that till, till they get on somebody's stage for a debate or something like that. But I feel you, Robin. Robin, we about to really come into some political stuff. Thank you for all your studying and stuff. We need you in these chats. Okay.
Okay.
Latoya says, Juice just walked in the house and the first thing he asked was, "Are you still talking to my auntie?"
Aw, that's so cute.
Oh, God bless. We building families out here. I
That's what we
love
doing.
it. Robin says also they haven't done a good job of touting Madam Vice President's victories.
That's very true. I haven't seen
We
much
don't
of.
even know the woman. We don't even see her.
We
And you're
don't.
right, Robin. I wish I would know more about what she's doing out there, what both of them are doing, but especially her. Like we celebrated to have our first woman of color as a vice president, first woman, and the
Right.
first woman just so has to be of color. And shoot, and even in the Divine Nine, the AKA, like
Okay. And to be honest, I feel like Joe Biden was our most visualized vice president. We saw him a lot during the
yes.
Obama years,
I still
compared to
go ahead.
Al Gore with the Clintons,
Dick Cheney.
or Dick Cheney with President Bush. We really don't see vice presidents out there like that. But when Barack Obama was in office, we saw a lot of Joe Biden, and I think that had a lot to do with Barack Obama.
And I still keep looking at the Joe Biden and was it Ron Paul or something like that? Whoever it was, the Republican vice presidential candidate at that time. But
Yes,
that back and forth was
Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan, thank you.
Yes,
That
that
was
debate.
hilarious. Hilarious.
Yes,
Oh my
yes. Joe
gosh.
Joe continuously laughed at this young man as
It
he gave
made
his
him look like
uneducated
a
answer.
fool.
A
Child.
fool, honey.
Robin said, let's not be ageist. Just kidding. The problem with Dems is that they have a wait your turn system.
I think all of politics has a sort. Well,
That's what it
no,
seems like.
because if we had a wait your turn system, Donald Trump never would have been in office. If
Oh,
Republicans had a
girl.
wait your turn system, so
Or no, it's either wait your turn or pay your way. And
that's true.
that's what somebody got. Anyway, allegedly. Robin Moore says, yes, I used to work in New York politics in my youth. Wow.
Okay, that's what's
Awesome.
up.
Regina says, y'all pause the show and say hello to our nephew Justin. He's back from practice.
Hey,
Hello,
Justin.
Justin. Welcome back.
Yes.
Oh
Hope
gosh.
it was an eventful and productive practice. I hope you got some
Productive
things done.
practice. Keep on practicing, don't stop. God bless you.
Yes.
Regina, not Regina. Aaron says now DeSantis can't run while he's the governor in Florida because of a law. What in Florida? Unless he gets the law changed, and you know he will, sis.
I did not know that because I
A
know
law
Bill
that's
Clinton was running while he was governor of Arkansas, wasn't
Arkansas,
he?
but states they kind of govern themselves a little differently,
That's
so
true.
they're more than maybe something that
There
makes
might
you
be a law in
consider.
Florida that's prohibiting him from running. But of course, if he plans on running, he's got that all figured out.
Of course, because he's okay. Just a little pause for the cause, Jonathan.
Hmm.
Why does uh Disney have to be your Goliath that you feel like you need to conquer? Like I don't get it. And to be honest, it's like I saw one thing that kind of sums it up. I love my TikToks when it talks about politics and all that stuff.
Hmm.
And it says, Florida needs Disney. Disney does not need Florida. Okay.
Exactly, exactly. Even Nikki Haley said, well, I will invite Disney to come on up to South Carolina. We'll
Come
welcome them
on.
openly. Okay. We got all the room for you, Disney.
And even
Okay.
North Carolina welcoming. Come on.
Yes. But you know
Apparently
what?
you're being disrespected.
I feel like because Disney is such like a juggernaut, Disney is so huge. DeSantos feels as though if he can defeat them, he can defeat anyone, and that will look good on his resume. I
But
think he's
it
just doing
just
it for
it's not
clout.
right because you got to really think about it. It you know how we talked about on our last show with the Juice Radio and Talk Show,
Hmm.
understanding what the effects are of things, right?
Right.
He's not thinking about of the effects. Do you know how many jobs? And I'm going to leave it right there.
Okay.
Not only jobs, but money that's being bought into Florida. Let's keep it all the way funky. I wonder if Disney leave, would Universal leave? And
They
if
probably would.
Universal leave, would Busch Gardens leave? Would
Mm,
you know, because Disney got because Universal got a lot of real estate out there as well.
they do.
Like I, well, of course, not as much because not as much as Disney because they have resorts upon resorts out there.
They got a
Um,
whole darn city to themselves, to be honest.
yeah, their own
Their own
fire department,
highway.
all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
They got all that, and it's like without Disney, literally, what else would you spend all your time to go all? And it's in Orlando. You're not even near water like that. It's like
Right.
in okay, okay, but I'm
People
just
come to
saying,
Florida for Disney, period. Point blank. That's the reason why you have so much traffic going in and
yeah,
out of Florida, period.
and all the thing that Disney brings.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me keep on saying speaking. Um, wait, I didn't see that. Did I see that? Okay, okay, cool. So, Robin says Ron DeSantis has pierced a hole in his balloon and it is slowly deflating. Yeah.
Mm,
Between his anti-woke agenda, his homo and transphobic acts,
right.
and now his fight against Disney. Absolutely. And also, not just that, also against the alleged, or my opinion, racist things that he's doing, making sure to not have any kind of teachings of the African American community or
Hmm.
history in there as well. Oh, okay. Latoya, Latoya says the Last Dragon. OMG, sis, that's not us. The Last Dragon, Jonathan.
I was gonna say I'm scared to name the artist that I think that's from.
No, I think the Last Dragon is a movie.
Oh, it's a movie. Oh, okay, okay. Because
Oh,
as soon as you said dragon, Cisco
let's
came to
go.
mind. So
It's Cisco automatic. And if it was Cisco, I would have known the song immediately. But
okay,
got it. Um, Robin says, I didn't get the song either.
okay. I thought I was the
Thanks,
only one,
sis.
Robin.
Robin says also the Department of Justice, especially the Civil Rights Division under Kristen Clark. Civil rights. Um, Latoya says, "LOL." Justin just said, "Hey, cousin JoJo and cousin Jenny."
Yes,
I love it.
me and Lenora, when we were on our way to the Janet concert, which I'm going to get to in a moment. She's turning 35 this year. I'm turning 34 this year. She said we are officially in auntie and uncle mode, honey. I said yes, we are, honey, and we can
Jeez,
do nothing about it.
what we gonna do, Lord? We getting
What we gonna do? But get older, okay?
Oh, Robin, you're an AKA as well. God bless
Oh,
you.
that's what's
And
up.
your
All right.
AKA sister in sorors. God bless
Yes,
them. I am, she said, I am Madam Vice President Soror. That is awesome.
I love
You know
that.
something? She said Barack Barack Obama redefined the role of vice presidency, giving Biden a large portfolio, which is
Exactly.
amazing.
He put
Um,
Joe Biden on the map. Period.
and she also says DeSantis is likely about to grace. Oh, give or gave another lawsuit to from get another lawsuit from Disney. Mm. He appropriated their logo. What? He appropriated their logo
Wow.
for campaign merchandise,
Oh,
trademark
wow.
infringement. Ha- And you need every dollar for how you gonna run if all
You
your
know
money going
Disney
to
will run your
lawyers,
pockets, sir.
and Disney. Disney don't play no games
You
about
know they
that.
will run your pockets dry.
Robin says Disney employs 75,000 people, and they are substantial portion of the state's tourism dollars. Exactly. And like I
Right.
said, there's a chance that everybody else might go when if they go, child,
Exactly.
everybody following. Uh Hearts and love to Latoya and Justin from Regina. And Latoya says, secondly, pause family, I, I'm going to need everyone to bow our heads as we ask our dear brother Jojo to call all the way to sweet baby Jesus right now and ask him, hold on, to send me some patience to handle this late school night practices. Lord Jesus,
Ooh, Lord
let me
Jesus.
tell you something. You in the process of getting it right now.
Okay, well, it's coming right to you. Okay,
Right now.
the
Get
Lord
used to it,
had
sis.
the Lord has you, girl. He got you.
Yeah. Okay, shock, yes. Aaron says, I go to Florida for Disney. Oh, we know.
Exactly.
She's a real Disney
Okay,
fan.
we saw the mouse ears, honey. Okay,
Okay. Oh, we know. Um, the Jew says DeSantos is causing so much ruckus. Lord help us.
he is.
Um, Latoya says, man, bump Disney. Us elder people go to Destin and Orange Beach now anyway. LOL. No, we're gonna hold on to Disney for Erin's sake. She loves Disney dearly, and we're gonna fight for Disney. And to be honest, I'm not even that huge of a Disney fan personally, which is
Because
why
I
I
sure
told
wouldn't go.
Erin.
Not at this age.
That's why I told Erin I need to see it through her eyes. That's why I would go with her so she can show me all the joy and stuff.
Right. The reason why I wouldn't go to Disney, I just want to clarify this, is because I'm a thrill ride seeker, and so I love the roller coasters, like the real roller coasters. And Disney really ain't got none of that. I mean, they have roller coasters, yes, but they ain't got like the roller coasters like Islands of Adventure and
And they don't
Universal
like
Studios
they don't
do.
have a lot.
They don't got the roller coaster. They go to loop de loop. Okay.
Well, maybe we need to go to the one out in we need to go to Disneyland because I know they show do got a loop de loop out there.
Oh,
But
I didn't know that.
anywho, Robin says the last dragon was in the 70s, I think. With Bruce Lee, maybe.
Oh,
I'm not gonna try to
okay.
figure that out, guys. I'm gonna make myself look silly. Latoya says, yeah, Juice, Bruce, Leroy, and Barry Gordy made that movie. Yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna keep on with that. Robin says, my bad. Robin, my bad. Okay. He ain't got these aches and pains. That's what Latoya says. He ain't got these aches and pains I get leaving the house after 6 p.m. LOL. Shoot, it's cold and raining down here. Oh gosh.
Oh,
And
wow.
Robin says it was wrong. I was wrong about the last dragon after I commented I had a flash in my mind of black people. It was in 1985. Yeah, still. We wouldn't know about that. But let's quickly. I just since it's in the little thing, I do want to make sure I say D Wade is deciding to leave Florida because of all the craziness going on.
Exactly. So let me get to my reaction to seeing my queen, Janet, this past Tuesday in Columbia, South Carolina at the Colonial Life Arena.
Let's.
Now, I have to tell you guys, Janet is my favorite female entertainer. Well, really my favorite entertainer across the board. I love her work ethic. I love her music. I was initially introduced to her with, I believe the first Janet song I remember hearing and remembering it being her was I Get Lonely. And that is my favorite song of all time, period, point blank. That's it, especially the remix with Blackstreet, Chauncey singing the second verse. That's everything to me. But anyways, and so from there, I remember seeing on the ABC Family, they showed the Velvet Rope tour on ABC Family, and I've been hooked ever since. So Janet is on her Together Again tour right now. I believe she was in Atlanta last night, if I'm not mistaken. She brought out
She
Jermaine
was.
Dupri on stage. And so I thought that was cute. But anyways, Janet took the stage last night. She had Ludacris opening for her. Now, when we got there, my when you get your tickets on the phone on Ticketmaster, I have the Ticketmaster app, and it gives you the option to save the ticket onto your phone because a lot of times when you get to arenas and stadiums, your signal is not going to be there because I think of all the other phones that are in the area and all
Mm-hmm.
that good stuff. And so when I got to the place, the my app wasn't working, and so my barcode wasn't scanning. So I had to walk like 5 blocks down the road to get a signal so that I could save the tickets to my phone and then get in. But once we got in there, I got a free meal. Won't tell you how I got it, but I got it. Praise the Lord.
To God be the
Um,
glory.
Ludacris was on stage when we got there. It started at 7:45. We got there around 7:50 ish. So Ludacris was on stage. We was hearing "What's Your Fantasies," and so once we got into the building, I think Ludacris did two more songs, but we really weren't able to enjoy them like we wanted to because we were finding our seats, and it was really dark. And it was they surprisingly they didn't have people. You know, typically when you get to arenas and stadiums, they have event people there to help you find your seats. There were none in sight. I didn't see anybody helping people to find their seats, which was really interesting to me. I don't know if that's because of a staff shortage or whatever the case may be, but that didn't happen. Anyways, Janet got on stage. She did three costume changes. She had her hair split back in a ponytail, which was beautiful. She had four backup dancers. She had a really, really nice looking stage, although it wasn't that large because the Colonial Life Arena really isn't that big of a stadium or an arena rather. She still had a really, really nice stage. She had this rotating thing in the middle. She had about five screens on the stage itself, LED screens. And then, of course, she had the two large screens up top. She's saying every song that I wanted to hear. Feedback was track number 2.
Mhm.
That's the song that I was waiting to get my life on, and I got it. The
Amen.
main thing that disappointed me was the crowd. And I had this issue at another concert, and I can't remember off the top of my head where I was. But you know, whenever the artist has for the crowd to sing the song, it's not that as though the arena was silent, but only like maybe half of the arena was singing the words to the songs. And that I won't say that it pissed me off, but it got me upset. And it seemed as though people were just there to spectate and to be entertained by the legendary Miss Janet Jackson and not there to have a good time. But of course, me and my best friend who went there together, my best friend Lenora, we had ourselves a good time. We were going off. She was on stage for about an hour and 45 minutes or so. It went by so fast because there were no stops from the time that she got on stage. Yes, there were little breaks in between for her to change clothes, but of course, they were filled with music and lights and all that good stuff. So, overall, I had an amazing time, an amazing experience. Janet did what she was supposed to do. She was doing original choreo. She was dancing. Of course, she did her walking back and forth from side to side, doing her little her signature things, you know what I'm saying, what she does. But she was dancing as well, what she does probably best. So shout out to Janet Jackson. You put on one heck of a show. I love you, girl. From one of your biggest fans. And I think that's pretty much it. Jennifer, go ahead and give us your social media contacts before we get out of here. And
Uh,
then we'll look at those last couple of comments because it is 10:33 show.
okay. And believe it or not, I actually have more work stuff to do.
Oh no.
Don't mind me. Anyway, my name is Jennifer McCullum, but you can call me the Light of the Leo. You can follow me at the Light of the Leo on TikTok as well as Instagram, and of course, you can go on YouTube and type in at the Light of the Leo, and you'll find me. Quickly join me as we have great conversation.
Yes, and that is an advertisement for my channel, jojoSPEAKS. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, press the notification bell, all that good stuff. You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is jojo_speaks3020. I'm also on Facebook, Jonathan Lee. You can email me, williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. Do we have any last comments before we get out of here, Jennifer?
You really trying to get out of here, huh?
What else am I supposed to say?
I don't know. I was trying to type something else in. Cause like I didn't realize I forgot about you having to do a reaction, so I'm putting it into your title for
Oh,
this
into the
video.
title. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anywho, okay. Regina had said phone barcode, child, that's why us old folks still print and bring our paper tickets.
Right.
And ain't no way we're gonna walk 5 blocks for phone signal. I'll call a Uber. Jo Latoya says, "Jojo, can you please refrain from using the adjective queen? Please." Side eye, LOL. Speaking on behalf of the booze, Janet, Demeter, Joe, or Mrs. Jackson will suffice.
Will do.
She also says, by the way, Juice and JoJo, which number am I on the list anyway? Who knows? Y'all gonna have to figure that out together as one. Regina says, "Jojo, that comment about not calling her queen came from the third wife. She's still learning how to be a cis wife."
Oh
Y'all need to y'all a hoot. She said, "Juice, I'm literally fell on the bed laughing."
no.
A whole bunch of laughter is going on. Number 3, checking in. That's what
Okay, yes, number
Latoya
3. You
said.
better know your spot, honey.
Jenny, you skipped one. Okay, hold on. What else did I skip? Oh, okay. Oh gosh. Robert says the movie, okay, was a Barry Gordy production, and she also says, "Did my AARP card get mailed to any of you by mistake?" Lord in heaven. Robin, um, Latoya laughed and said, "Man, that's a cult classic. Y'all need to watch that ASAP, and we need to do a recap live." Let me tell you something. Maybe you should hit up my daddy so he could talk about that.
Good. He is good at the old movies now. He know about them.
He know about them all, and he might do some of the moves if his body permits. God bless.
If his body permits. Okay, because I don't know if daddy can get that leg up. Okay.
Ew. Stop it. Latoya Chambers said, "Juice, well trained, Juice well trained me, then sis." Oh, that's hilarious. Um, and Juice said, "I got you, Latoya. We're gonna learn together." God bless.
Together, yes.
That's one. Go
I still
ahead.
need to get on them JoJo's Angels t-shirts. I love that idea. I love that idea, child. Y'all my angels. But anything else, Jennifer, before we get on out of here, girl?
That is it. We are good. God bless y'all.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. Until next time, we'll say bye, y'all. Love y'all.
Love y'all. Oh Lord, where'd they go? Okay, there we go. Bye.
Bye.